Our top story, lobby continues to question our security forces after a civilian was killed by Pak-based terrorists during an encounter in Sopore yesterday morning. Despite pictures showing how CRPF men blocked the line of fire and reach out to rescue a toddler who was stuck in this crossfire as his grandfather had fallen to the bullets of terrifying terrorists just 10 minutes before, the lobby continues to doubt our forces, but Army has slammed the misinformation campaign spread by few to malign our forces.
Some people have tried to give it a spin by saying that the CRPF took him out of the vehicle and shot him. Yes, this is totally untrue. I would say with full responsibility after visiting the place, after talking to everyone. So we are very confident of what has happened. I would request the people who are spreading these carnage, they should blame the militant, that militants are hiding in mosques and trying to, in their great eagerness to kill security forces, they don't care about whether a child is there or an elderly person is there, they just fire. The man, I would say in unequal terms, the man, the unfortunate civilian who died, has been killed by the militants.
Well, that's the comment from the ADG of CRPF clarifying on exactly what happened on ground. And Mir Farid, our JNK Bureau Chief, was also at the spot covering the situation soon after that encounter happened. Farid, first of all, it's very important to clarify the ground reality, and that is exactly what CRPF was trying to do in the face of propaganda to malign their image.
Preeti, there are lobbies agenda-based, and that's always been the case as far as Kashmir is concerned. There'll be one narrative, and then there will be counter-narrative. But what I'm worried about is not the likes of Umar Abdullah's or lobby or people who want to use this situation, this tragic situation, for political mileage. I'm concerned about the family who have lost a senior elder member and who are in extreme pain. Now, yesterday the family, I don't know whether they were swayed by certain elements or what exactly happened that they blamed this for this. So just for the family and for their sense of closure, there has been investigation and ballistic information about the kind of weapon and used would really settle the matter and really shut them out of the lobby, who in almost every such incident come out and immediately, without knowing the facts, start blame the forces. So even the forces would like that the family, if at all they have an allegation, they should be given proof so that there is a sense of closure, and they also understand that there is a lobby at work in Kashmir. And every time they have an agenda to sway public opinion and ensure that there is hatred, more hatred generated towards the security forces and the system. Now, we do not care about the likes of Umar Abdullah. They are a spent force. I mean, their political presence is close to zero in the Kashmir Valley, and so is the case with other such political leaders. They use Twitter right now. That's the only space that they have got. They are nowhere present on the ground. So that's not something that... You may be right
in that assessment, Farid, but it's also a fact that they are mainstream politicians in the valley even now. He's a former chief minister, and he should be more responsible in making comments before he, uses the platform like Twitter. Stay with me, Farid. I want to go across to Major General G.D. Bakshay, is also now joining us on the phone line. General Bakshay, good morning, sir. Your thoughts really on the need that arises at this point in time from the side of the security forces to clarify exactly what happened on ground in that encounter in Sopore, because you have doubters in your own camp. There is this lobby which refuses to learn its lessons every single time.
No, there is this lobby which also tries to deliberately twist facts, create false truths, as it is called, and, give a spin to events, so that every event is exploited for propaganda purposes to demonize the security forces, to do them down, to damage their image, and to try and change a perception to bring them into hatred. And the simple fact is that in this particular incident, it is the terrorists which killed that poor old man, the grandfather, and the child was left in the crossfire. It is the boys who at great risk to themselves
And sir, unfortunately, the same lobby has the audacity to question our security forces by saying that why were they taking pictures and making videos of the rescue of the little boy from the scene of the murder of his grandfather? Why is it not important to counter propaganda? Would be our counter question. Thanks very much, Major General G.D. Bakshi, for speaking to us. I want to play out some more reactions from the police forces that we've picked up on the encounter in Sopore and what really happened after that.
आज मॉर्निंग में 7:35 के आसपास जब सीआरपीएफ पुलिस गई थी नाका लगाने के लिए थे, जो ही गाड़ी से डिबोर्ड हो रही थी तो मस्जिद के अंदर से अंधाधुंध फायरिंग शुरू हो गया है, जिससे सीआरपीएफ के 3 लोग जख्मी हो गए, एक शहीद हो गए। वहाँ से एक गाड़ी में एक बशीर अहमद साहब नाम के लोग जा रहे थे, उनके साथ एक बच्चा भी था। तो गाड़ी से उतर के कहीं शेल्टर ले रहे थे पैनिकली, उसमें एक बुलेट लग गया उनको, तो उनका मौके पर उनका भी देहांत हो गया।
It was very disturbing for us, and we have decided just whatever be the consequences, we have to take him out of this situation. And exactly, we placed all the BP vehicles around this kid, and we blocked the view from where the firing was coming. And then later on, we just got him in our vehicle, BP vehicle, and we took him to hospital. We got him medically examined, and then later we just tried to pamper him.
Right, let's go back to our J&K Bureau Chief Mir Farid, who continues to be with me on this broadcast. Farid, now yesterday, using this opportunity from doubters in that lobby, we saw the kind of propaganda that Pakistan started mounting with their popular cricketer and now almost a politician, Shahid Afridi, also giving his own twist to the images which were emerging, going on to the extent of saying that it was actually the bullets of our security forces that costed the life of the old man.
Well, Preeti, that's unexpected lines, because we know Pakistan and some people there obviously want to use every such situation to inflame passions, to ensure that a situation does not remain normal and there is violence and there is more bloodshed in the Kashmir Valley. But as far as people in our own camp who so-called mainstream is concerned, believe me, had Umar Abdullah been in power, he would have been the first to pat the back of the security forces. He would have been the first person to claim that this is all nonsense. The doubters, they're just trying to instigate violence and that's it. But since he's out of power, so we know the kind of politics he'll play. And same is the case with other mainstream, so-called mainstream players in the Kashmir Valley. So that is something that they have been doing for ages. Our concern should be the family. Our concern should be a sense of justice for the family. And if at all they have doubts and they have been swayed by certain elements who have come to them or who have given a certain narrative to them, there should be evidence. I mean, there is still an institution of justice, institution of inquiry, and that should not be discredited. Unfortunately, over a period of time, there have been allegations on certain inquiries, but there can be an inquiry to satisfy the doubts of the family, and that should be the concern. Yes, it's Kashmir, and definitely the narrative. And since yesterday, as you rightly said, on social media and on various platforms, there are people who are trying to...
Our concern is that family, our concern is that little boy who saw the killing of his own grandfather in front of his eyes. Brutal, to say the least. Thanks very much, Farid, for joining us with your inputs on that story. In fact, all those doubts, let me now take to Mr. Vijay Kumar, who is the IG of Kashmir, and he's joining us live on the broadcast. Vijay Kumar ji, good morning. बहुत शुक्रिया टाइम्स नाउ से बात करने के लिए। सबसे पहले अगर आप हमें बता सकें कि कल सोपोर में जो एनकाउंटर हुआ, उसमें एग्जैक्टली क्या डिटेल्स हैं ग्राउंड से?
आज मॉर्निंग में 7:35 के आसपास जब सीआरपीएफ पुलिस जा रही थी नाका लगाने के लिए, तो जो ही सीआरपीएफ पर्सनल गाड़ी से डिबोर्ड हो रहा था, तो मस्जिद के अंदर से मिलिटेंट्स अंधाधुंध फायर करना शुरू कर दिया। इस फायरिंग में सीआरपीएफ के 4 लोग जख्मी हो गए, जिसमें एक के बाद में शहीद हो गए। उसी टाइम में एक सिविलियन बशीर अहमद साहब जा रहे थे एक अपने पर्सनल कार्य में, उसमें एक छोटा सा बच्चा भी था, उसका ग्रैंडसन। तो पैनिकली गाड़ी से उतर के अपने बच्चों को लेकर ये कहीं शेल्टर खोज रहे थे, कहीं छिपने के लिए। उसको एक फायरिंग लग गया, एक बुलेट हिट कर गए, उनका वहाँ पर डेथ हो गया। उसके बाद एसओजी लोग मौका पहुँच के उस क्रॉस फायरिंग के दौरान बच्चों को उठा के ले गया, रेस्क्यू किया। चूँकि मिलिटेंट्स मस्जिद के अंदर फायरिंग किया और इसमें हमारे फोर्स रिटेलिएट नहीं कर पाए, उसका फ़ायदा उठा के दोनों मिलिटेंट भाग गए। एक लश्कर तैयबा का मिलिटेंट है उस्मान भाई, जो पाकिस्तान से रहते हैं, और एक लोकल मिलिटेंट है।
विजय कुमार जी, ये जो एक सो कॉल्ड जिहादी तंजीम है जिनको पाकिस्तान से लगातार सपोर्ट मिलता रहा है, जो इन्हें मोटिवेट भी करते हैं, क्या ये और एक्टिव हुए हैं इस दौरान कश्मीर में?
बेसिकली पाकिस्तान हरदम चाहता है कि यहाँ पर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो। पिछले वीक्स में बिजबेहरा में भी एक जब सिविलियन चल रहा था तो मिलिटेंट ने फायर किया सीआरपीएफ पर, उसमें एक छोटा सा बच्चा का डेथ हो गया था। मिलिटेंट्स का ये रहता है इंटेंशन कि इस टाइप के फायरिंग से लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो और कश्मीर फिर से लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो।
और विजय कुमार जी, साथ ही कुछ ऐसी खबरें भी आई थी जब ये ऑपरेशन चल रहा था कि ये जो जनाब हैं ये पुलिस की गोली से मारे गए हैं। आपने बाद में कहा कि ये गलत बात है जो सामने आ रही है, इसके पीछे की हकीकत क्या है?
बेसिकली उसका बेटा है बशीर साहब का, जिसने वीडियो एक रिलीज किया था। बशीर साहब के बेटा खुद श्रीनगर सिटी में मौके पर नहीं था, उनके फैमिली मेंबर कोई मौके पर नहीं थे, कोई सिविलियन आई विटनेस मौके पर नहीं है। तो इस टाइप का जो वीडियो फैलाया जा रहा है उसका एक ही इंटेंशन होता है कि लॉ एंड प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करना। हमारे पुलिस के सीआरपीएफ जवान वहाँ हर एक का बयान लिया गया, ऐसा कोई नहीं बताया। ये पूरा गलत बात है कि कोई सीआरपीएफ जवान उनको गाड़ी से उतार के गोली नहीं मारा है, बल्कि मिलिटेंट से गोली से मारा गया है।
तो सर, आपको क्या लगता है ये कौन लोग हैं, कौन ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं जो इस तरह की फेक न्यूज़ फैला रहे हैं और सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस की इमेज को मैलाइन कर रहे हैं?
जो पाकिस्तान स्पॉन्सर लश्कर तैयबा के मिलिटेंट ग्रुप जो है, खास करके सोपुर बेल्ट का, जिसमें मेन कमांडर सजाद मीर है, वहाँ का सजाद है लोकल, और पाकिस्तानी मिलिटेंट जो उस्मान भाई के नाम से फेमस है, ये लोग का ज़्यादा रहता है। उनके एसोसिएट जो होते हैं जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं OGW, इन लोग का हरदम इंटेंशन रहता है कि लॉ एंड प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करें। और आजकल हमारे लिए ऑनलाइन टेररिज्म ज़्यादा चैलेंज है, वर्चुअल टेररिज्म जिसको बोलते हैं। ये लोग ऑनलाइन ज़्यादा मिसक्रेंट लोग जो मिसफॉर्मेशन देते हैं और र्यूमर फैलाते हैं कि चूँकि यहाँ प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो।
मेरा आखिरी सवाल आपसे ये है कि पिछले कुछ दिनों में आप लोगों ने अपने ऑपरेशंस में काफ़ी तेज़ी दिखाई है, काफ़ी आपको सक्सेस भी हासिल हुआ है। क्या यही वजह है जिसकी वजह से इन ग्रुप्स में एक तरह से हताशा देखने को मिल रही है और वो हर तरह के हथकंडे अपना रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल, अभी तक हम लोग पिछले 6 महीना में 118 मिलिटेंट को मार दिए, जिसमें 4 मेन आउटफिट के लश्कर तैयबा, जैश महमद, उसका LAT का और AGH के जितने चीफ थे सारे मारे गए। तो मिलिटेंट्स में बहुत हताशा है, बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, इसलिए इस टाइप का ये लोग एक्शन कर रहे हैं।
Right. Inspector General of Kashmir Vijay Kumar there, sir, thank you very much for speaking to Times Now and clarifying on all those aspects involving our security forces in the Sopore operation. Really appreciate you giving us time.